Merhaba arkadaşlar, yeni bir bölümde hoş geldiniz. Yeni bölümde o şeyi bulamadım. Nasıl zıplayacağımız o şeyin üstüne bulamadım. Buna zıplamanın bir şeyi vardır. Muhtemelen en yakın dağ şurası. Benim şuradan bir yerden zıplamam gerekiyor diye düşünüyorum. Çünkü buradaki dağdan yetişemiyorum. Oraya. Şurada dönüyor. Bir kule gibi bir şey olması lazım ki üstüne atlayayım. Kule gibi bir şey bulamadım. En iyisi şurası oluyor. Şuradan atlayacağım gibi düşünüyorum. İşaretlediğim yer. Nerede işaretlediğim yer? Şurası. Oradan da atlamayı denedim ama o da olmadı. Biz en güzeli buradan şu an bir gidelim. Görevimizi tamamlayalım. Görevimizi bitirelim. Ondan sonrasına bakarız duruma göre. Evet arkadaşlar. Görevimizi tamamlamaya gidiyoruz. Şimdi Gaia'ya geldik. Gaia'ya biz buradan şeyi vereceğiz. Önce şunu dinleyelim. Şuradaki kadın bize ne söyleyecek? Geldim gel. Anlat. Anlat teyze. Oturuyorum. Anlat anlat. Kim onlar biliyor musun? Hiçbir fikrim yok ama bana kalırsa asilerden değiller. Tamamdır. Halledeceğiz teyze onları da. Gaia. Hadi bakalım Gaia.
Like this? Oh, you're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha. They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy! Aaron, you're all better. And you're here.
Well, the world
Favorim
goes
ya
on.
Aaron.
If you can do your thing, we learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Katalo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
Evet.
Oh, and I delivered your message to Talana. She headed for that Oseram camp you two were looking for, to the southwest.
Çok konuşma var oyunda ama ben hızlı hızlı geçmeye çalışacağım.
When you're ready, please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Evet. Evet ya.
Why would Aletheia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Aletheia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Aletheia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Aletheia.
That is my conclusion.
Could the Zeniths be sending the
According to the data I reviewed on the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel. It is feasible they used it to gain
So, maybe they sent him.
Possibly. However, that if they intended to provoke me into I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then. You said the coordinates lead to a mountain.
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message?
I have queried my available databases. Perhaps its meaning can only be...
Alright, I'll go to the
Tamam,
coordinates and check
bakacağım.
the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Aletheia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Hadi bakalım batı çıkışına.
Aloy, I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Hadi
Let's
gidelim.
go.
Look at us.
This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
Herman.
What is that?
What the hell?
takes the keg.
Öldürdüler ya Zenith'i.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one.
Almost didn't make it. Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she
What?
can make it come and go.
Hello,
at
Verbena?
will.
What do you have for me?
It's gone now.
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the
Well, go
asset.
do your thing.
Can we call off
I'll
this
wait
pointless
here.
search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Kinda chilly.
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Hala savaş alanını araştır. Burada bir şeyler daha var demek ki.
You done looking around?
Almost.
Eşya uzası varmış orada bir tane daha. Onu almamışız, onu da alalım. Şurada bir şey var.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Aaron.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up, all so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. Do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
Hadi bakalım Varol'un yanına gidelim, oradan mağaraya girelim.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Evet. Aşağıya iniyoruz bakalım.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe. Looks like some kind of data center. You might be able to access the facility systems from that console. This was a Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
Şu haritadaki işaretimi kaldırmam lazım. Nerede benim o işaret? Hı. O işaret sürekli önüme çıkıp duruyor çünkü.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up?
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
What were they for?
Remember when I told you I was made, not born?
All this.
This is how.
stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Well, knowing Zenith, probably discovering amazing things. For their own benefit. This place
Yeah.
keeps on going.
That sounds about right.
We better check in that room.
Sanırım buradan gideceğiz. Ama burası kapalı. O zaman buradan şunu bir bakalım. Şeyinde ne varmış? Düşük. Şuradan aşağı ineceğiz.
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe. If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. The control console to access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
Evet.
and 36 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Kayıtlara bir bakalım. Defter. Evet, okumamanın da dezavantajları. Bunlar ama şey verisiymiş, bozuk verilermiş, asgari günlük. Şunlara bakalım. Hı, 237. İmdat 237, dikkat edin. ...237 diyor. Girelim bakalım 237'ye.
236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
2 3 7 236 tane konteyneri var diyor ama 237'yi seçtiriyor. Allah Allah. Elizabeth Sobeck'in klonu.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Far Zenith. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone. Here it comes! Ugly one, aren't you? I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. Okay, that thing's quick. There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Nerede şimdi bizim adamlar? Şuradaydı, yukarıdaydı. Onlara gidelim. Şundan basalım, biraz öğretelim. Neredesiniz? Ha.
Go on, Aloy. Aaron needs you.
Aaron'a gitmem lazım diyor. Tamam. Aaron'a gitmek için şuradan çıkacağız. Şimdi Aaron'ın yanına gideceğiz. Aaron'la bakalım neler yapabileceğiz.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Buradan gelmemişiz bu sırada. Onları satacağız, para kazanacağız. Onun için alıyorum. Ama buradan gelmemişiz biz. Burası da değil. Şuradan yukarı çıkacağız. Aaron, bekle beni, geliyorum Aaron. Neredesin?
Aloy!
Geliyorum.
Aaron!
And the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Dişlerimi sık, geldim.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron. Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The
Shield
second
down.
you need me,
It's on the
I'm there.
move.
That's the sweet spot. Aloy, get out of there! Let's smash these machines.
Heavy weapon. I could use it against the Spectre.
And it's... Oh, you wanna fight the Vanguard?
How do you like me now?
Acid and corrosion.
A heavy weapon. That could help. Yes! Knocked off its weapon! Oh, now where to go?
I guess we're not going for stealth here. Take them down.
Evet. Öldürdük defa.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
Silah nerede?
Snow crunch under my boots.
Hayır, ben şeyi anlamadım. Ha, şu darbe topuna bakacaktık. Tamam şimdi hatırladım. Soğumuştur şimdi. Alabiliyoruz.
No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Is your focus acting up again?
Şimdi sırayla hepsinden konuşacağız. Önce başlayayım. Evet, evet. Ne zaman diyeyim ki işte.
I wouldn't say that exactly.
Şimdi eğitimin nasıl gidiyor? Şimdi şöyle görmemi sağladık ya, kötü bir şeyler eski dünya yakınması falan. Evet, çalışıyorum ama kızı.
It takes some time. What you reading?
I saw a guy rods being used to harness lightning during. Guy reminded me of a thought he could
trap lightning if you cover. Went up the tallest mountain in the... It ended like a lot of us.
What are you working?
I'm still figuring out how to... Those two lovebirds over, but to be honest, all a little simple, but I'll get up to...
How are you settling it?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, or...
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help this.
So, you've...
He's, I thought his people were supposed to be blood...
You shouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Did you...
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl... No use crowding someone when...
So, to lot...
I'm more like rushed through. Only Karja I've ever met who's... But it seemed like...
I guess...
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me, I thought he'd eaten too many of those... Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impop... I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah.
Evet.
Don't go cause...
Bakalım. Zoo ne istiyor bizden? Zoo'da neler varmış onlara bakalım. Zoe'yle de konuşalım.
You mean after, but isn't you? Guess this must little. Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe.
Evet, şimdi eğitimin. Ne yapıyorsun?
She helped me decipher some of the...
Yani fokusu nasıl çalıştı gösterdi. Kolay değil ama ilerleme kaydettim anlattığını sevindim.
Gaia did say this place so we could regain control of our lands, but nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's feet. It does strike me as odd that a place of...
What else have you been up to?
I've been I wanted to understand why one of them would do what... Imagine my surprise when I looked into this and found out it helped create all, in a way, the as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole. Learn anything interesting?
There's been much to read up on now that it's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbird... I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunders. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus... Did Gaia tell you any...
She did. To think that there are places among the stars... It is... and heartbreaking.
Sounds like...
Yes. The Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor, but Varl tells me that she too suffered.
Yeah. You've spoken with Kata...
A few words. Tanakh don't... You must have made quite the impression for him.
So you've been...
Yes. She was including their demise and the heroic actions of her... I was surprised, past, but reborn.
You said you met
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought...
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on... She looks like she's barely seen the...
I was hoping you could tell me more.
For generations they provided for us. Food for all. A blessed land. Providing They had always enriched the soil. At least now I know why. Without it, that is why I must find a way to heal them.
So... How do warriors like the Tanakh?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, but Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground. In the end, even the Tanakh saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tanakh with food from... In exchange, the Tanakh would relinquish one of their own. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement.
I've been meaning to ask... What's the deal with you and the court? You didn't seem to be on the...
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who...
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then. As waves of refuge, the chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times. And while they bickered...
Couldn't have been easy.
I come from a small village near Plains. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice. When the Red Raids began, but the injured kept pouring into Plainsong. One day, I woke up to hear... I rushed there with the healers to help the smell of burning flesh.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to demand that I was denied.
You said you set out to fight the car.
I did. News of my... Before I knew it, I had more than... We knew we couldn't take on the Karja, but we ambushed...
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, we chased the enemy all the way to...
You said you were at Barren Light?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Dawn, then attacked from... Before we knew it, the gates were open. What happened next was... When all the dust and bloods our enemies defeated, I went back to Plainsong.
Is that when you...
I thought soothing the suffering of... Then you came along. I could either sing at people's graves...
I'm glad you chose the latter. I need to get going.
May the land...
Evet. Zoe'yi de hallettik. Şimdi göreve bakayım. Varlı'la konuş, Gaia'yla konuş. Önce Varlı'la konuşalım şuradan.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello?
Beta.
It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Evet, dünyada
So the
planlar
Zeniths
ne?
want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they... butchered. They didn't seem to care. So, I think that they can redesign it to be...
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a... The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to God. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to, that they must have made me so I could reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but The only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating. If Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. They were some of the most affluent every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the others, Eric, till they resent his authority over them, but in the end they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on... Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and plus infrastructure to gather material.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones...
I'm not sure. For all I know, there could be more of them out in...
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system.
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius.
The Zeniths never told you any detail.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived.
First guess they survived old age, too. How did you...
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get... Even if I were to run, then I saw you. So when the Zeniths, I saw...
You said you saw... What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function.
The one the rebels killed.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's I also sent the... Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Luthia faster if I had it.
Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an updated version of the one they must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA.
That wasn't part of the archive I was...
You said you spent years...
But only the part... Aristotle and Aspasia would assign me learning module.
Wait, those names.
The Zeniths have a...
So it's still
only what was deemed. If I requested information...
To have all that... Alright.
So how long? You know, your plan.
How did you...
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before...
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Guy is still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single...
To a single location, of course not! You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find the...
They're not going to find us. Guy...
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them.
Hey, you're here now, right?
I have certain knowledge sets. And geoengineering, of course.
Okay. Well, see if you can do... I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad.
I'll come.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Evet, silah parçasını Gaia'ya götürmemiz gerekiyor. Bir sonraki adımımız da Gaia'ya silah parçasını götürmek olacak. Varol'la da konuşalım. Hızlı bir şekilde. Eğitimin nasıl gidiyor? Çalışıyoruz demek. Çalışıyoruz genelde. Yardım almak tabii canım demiş.
We just finished going through all Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my aunt without the knowledge from Apollo to...
Thanks to Ted.
Yeah. I wonder how the world must have seemed so...
Not to mention terrifying.
And they became an entire...
It's good to see you and...
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to thank her for helping me. Something from the old world. Instead, I found out, if you ask me, stuffing a dead anything, really.
Maybe Gaia can help you find... Looks like I was wrong. Their ship didn't explode on its way to...
We saw how they lied about. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship. But still, the tribe.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields for...
That didn't stop you from resurrecting. Won't stop us.
Let's hope that's... How's...
I tried explaining what a club. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from what?
I'm guessing...
I wanted to pay my respect. Told him I'd never. He said a war. For a second, I thought I never thought of Tanakh than a Nora war chief.
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for...
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab...
Whatever it was.
Must be quite a...
I guess she'll tell us. How's everyone...
And we all have our difficult moments, but I'm hoping Oseram stop...
How's everyone...
Just taking it all in.
I see everyone settling in.
Zoe's planning on... Says a home should always spring... I asked Aaron to help find some.
Still, it's not a bad... I should get back.
I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
Evet. Burası da tamam. Bir sonraki bölümde Gaia ile görüşeceğiz.
I'll get the weapon fragment to Gaia first.
Burası da bizim evimiz, odamız.
Is it me or do the old ones just look?
Bir sonraki bölümde Gaia'ya götürüp Gaia ile devam edeceğiz. Beni izlediğiniz için teşekkür ediyorum. Bir sonraki bölümde tekrar görüşmek dileğiyle. Kanalı beğenip abone olmayı unutmayın arkadaşlar. YouTube'da Oynamada İzle kanalı. Teşekkür ediyorum. İyi günler diliyorum.